When I arrived here at the end of 2001, the state of Delaware was #1 for cancer incidence and mortality.
My biggest fear being cancer in Delaware, I just wanted to come in and just face it head on and see what I could do to help.
In learning more about cancer and what was being done in Delaware, I began to think, you know, we really need a cancer hospital, an outpatient cancer hospital, but it'll be a long time coming. Ned Carpenter was an attorney. Before Dr. Petrelli came, Ned sat up in his office and he studied the bio.
I mean, he grilled me. I felt like I was in a court of law.
Why did you do this and why did you do that? Dr. Petrelli had an answer for everything.
He was right on target with the questions that needed to be asked.
And it was extremely clear that this man was different from other people who were applying for the job because of his passion.
I've surrounded myself with people who are much smarter than I am. I think by now they've figured that out, but along the ride, look at what we've accomplished. The American Cancer Society this year projects that we will be #14 for cancer mortality in the United States. That is a major accomplishment by a lot of people here at the Graham Center. And frankly, none of this could have occurred in the last decade without community support. And again, an excellent example of that are the Friends of Helen F Graham that have raised $2 million for this cancer program.
The group was started by Carol Carpenter a decade ago, and her thought was that philanthropy, working hand in hand with the doctors and clinical staff, could really move key initiatives forward for the hospital.
It began with two women who had lost their mothers. They were Leslie Nicholson and Meg Erskine, and they were the beginners along with Maureen Cawley. Of course, the Cancer Center is named after Maureen's godmother, the late Helen F Graham. So we wouldn't have that Cancer Center without the Cawley family and the people at MBNA.
Carol Carpenter is an incredible person. She has such vision and passion and leadership, and we are so happy that she's been with us for these 10 years.
And so what began 10 years ago is now being led by Penny Saradakis and her committee. She sets the gold standard for volunteerism.
Philanthropy is such an important part of moving the key initiatives forward, as well as other things that are not always some of the key initiatives of the hospital, whether it be helping out with the rooftop garden or the labyrinth or installing artwork that really bring a sense of calmness and beauty to the environment. That really goes miles in helping the patients and their families feel a sense of calmness in an otherwise tumultuous time in their life.
You can have beautiful buildings, but they don't mean anything if you don't have the talent inside those buildings.
You have to have personnel that treat patients that come through the door as if they were their families.
Jennifer's my daughter. She was diagnosed with aggressive breast cancer at the age of 24 and treated at Helen Graham.
I was able to witness how one nurse, two nurses, three nurses, a simple hello, a simple joke, a kind word could make my sister's experience a little less traumatic.
John was determined to get out of the hospital and to meet his first grandchild. When our family doctor contacted me, he said, "Be prepared, he'll probably only have a few months." And luckily, through his continuing care through the Helen Graham Center, he had almost 3 years.
I'm a teacher and a football coach at Alexis I. DuPont High School, and I've been a patient at the Helen F Graham Center since 2010. They start you off with all three of your doctors together, talking about the plan that you're going to run through and how it's going to go. And you get the impression that they're all on the same page, and that's really confidence building.
I've heard the statistic many times that 95% of the people that go out to seek a second opinion ultimately come back to the center to get treated, and that speaks volumes to me.
We have a lot of work left. Donor support, philanthropy is going to be terribly important over the next 5 to 10 years. We have a team that's trying to develop an artificial salivary gland. Cancer stem cells, one of our areas of research in the CTCR. That's just scraping the surface of what we can do in cancer care. Our researchers are smarter, our technology is better, and somewhere down the line, not in my time, cancer will drop off the list of chronic diseases.
I celebrate my life every day. Not that it's going to be my last, but I want to make sure I get every bit of juice out of my slice of life that I got, and the Helen F Graham Center has allowed me to celebrate my life continually since my cancer diagnosis.
I think celebration is a fabulous word, and we're celebrating on so many levels. We're celebrating life, we're celebrating the achievements of the Cancer Center, we're celebrating the success stories of people that have been treated at the Cancer Center. We're celebrating the successes of the Friends Group in terms of funding key programs that have moved the initiatives forward. And we're celebrating the sense of community where people really do come together and work together for the greater good.